All right, so welcome to our live trading session. Like Nick said, Wednesday, June 24th, 9 a.m. We are going to get started with how we do every session with DXY, but these live sessions, we go over 10 plus pairs every day. Me and Nick hop on, go over the analysis that we posted earlier in the week. I'm going to cover all of these pairs. Nick's going to cover all of his pairs, and that's pretty much how every single session goes. If you have any questions, just post in the chat, in the Zoom chat, and we'll get to them and answer them. And yeah, I mean, the purpose of this session is to go over potential trades, entries, market structure, top-down analysis, monthly key levels, time frame correlation. A lot of lessons can be learned in here. It's completely free for you guys. So definitely take advantage. I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'll let Nick go ahead and share.
All right, give me 1 second. All right, cool.
Got that, which is good.
All right, you guys can see my screen?
Yeah.
Probably. Hopefully. What do you say? Something about gold real quick? We'll get to that, guys. No worries. We're going to cover all of these: DXY, AU, AJ, EU, EJ, and gold. Those 6 we'll be covering. So like Angelo said, we like to start out on DXY. Why do we start out on DXY? A lot of you may know, if you've been to other previous, trading sessions, it is the reserve currency of the world. It's always good to step in and see where, where the U.S. dollar strength is, especially on a 4-hour. Like, is it still bullish? Is it continuing with certain trends? It is, very, very important to understand where U.S. dollar is. It makes up for 80% of all trade in the market. And, if you see a large move come out of the U.S. dollar, or DXY, let's say, you'll see a lot of the market kind of follow suit or react in, a similar way. So let's go ahead and identify sentiment first, see if everything's still the same on the higher time frame. So here we are on the daily, very, very bullish still, as we can see. Has anything really changed? Are we still primarily bullish? Have we gotten, a new low? We're still pretty much bullish, until we get below this monthly level. Definitely still bullish. But now, since we've identified that, let's drop to a 4-hour. All right. So this price action slid off and pushed much lower down towards this monthly after after the market started pricing in all these news events, all these reports and stuff. After the Corona event and then consolidation, then market priced itself in and fell lower. Came again all the way down to this monthly, to the 96 handle, and then it pulled back, and now we're kind of consolidating. So we're consolidating at the lower trend line of this ascending channel, right in here, right around, where is it? Right around 97.50, and the monthly, so 96 flat. So we really want to see, break to the upside or break to the downside for us to, get a better idea of what's going to happen with DXY. Where is it going to go? We're kind of trapped in this range. We need to see something significant happen. So it did bounce from 96.5. If this does get above 97.25 and then above this trend line, look for a higher low, and then that would be a continuation higher, back to the upside, back into this range potentially, and we'll be targeting towards this weekly. But if price action kind of falls off, let's say we get a lower high right here, price action pushes lower. Again, I'm not going to take a trade until this monthly is broken, because until this monthly is broken on a daily time frame, it's still a bullish trend. Okay, this low here needs to be erased, or needs to be, price action needs to beat this low. It needs to get lower than that, and then come back for a lower high with strong bearish setups, and then we can enter. All right, so this is looking pretty good so far. That's DXY. Let's move on to AU. All right. So first thing we want to do, go to the daily time frame, identify sentiment, super bearish, right? Anything changed? Not really. Until we get above this monthly, it's bearish. Because again, this is that lower high, right? We're like just about matching that lower high now on this time frame. So it's still bearish. It's just a test of this zone, of this monthly at 0.708. And until this area is, broken, we're going to remain bearish. So let's drop to the 4-hour and see what more current price action is doing. Very, very strong 4-hour bullish trend. Look at this. Lots and lots of volume. forming good structure, pushing much higher each leg here. So it's very, very strong. So where we're at now, we actually just got a double top on this pair right here, right around what is this level? 0.6965. Just got a double top there, but we are at support now. So this is essentially the resistance right here, 0.6965, and then this is our support, 0.69. We want to see either of these break to get a better idea of where we're going to go. So if this level breaks here, 0.69, assuming this would be a bearish opportunity, we want to see it push lower, come back, retest even, and then enter on a lower high. So let's say it comes back to test this zone as resistance. We'll be looking for then, exhaustion, evening stars, bearish engulfings, bearish variations for us to then enter on. And then we can target lower accordingly, to each major support level. So let's see what this trade would look like. If it broke lower, gave us that lower high. Let's say we entered on a bearish engulfing. This is essentially what it would look like. 45 pips to get, about 140, something like that. Just over a 3.0. Or 50 pips, let's call it 50 pips to get 140. It's a 2.8 risk reward. Really, really good trade. There's even better potential here. This could probably drop even lower, like 160 or so. This is a good trade. Could definitely be something big. Again, this is the 4 hour, so this is quite a few candles away from executing. But we'll be posting in the analysis section. Keep an eye on this one, our premium analysis section, that is. So keep an eye. That's AU. All right, let's keep going. AJ, I want to bring your attention to right now because it's actually setting up to be a really nice trade right now. Let's go straight to the daily. Bearish as hell, right? Clearly bearish. Huge channel. But same thing just like we went over on AU. It's gonna remain bearish until this lower high is broken. Until this monthly is broken, we're bearish. This price action's simply matching the prior high. Came right back up, pretty much at the exact same level. And then it reversed from there. So we're still bearish on this higher time frame, but we need to drop down to the 4 hour and check out more current price action. Super strong 4 hour bullish trend as well, just like AU. Okay, and then here's that monthly zone that we saw the reversal from. This was that head and shoulders pattern, perfect head and shoulders pattern, key reversal pattern right from this monthly. Great. Push lower. So right now it's consolidating. You can see how it just keeps bouncing from this low right here, right at the 50%. So right at 72.7, we keep seeing a bounce. Bounces once, twice, 3 times. And same for 74.65. Every time it comes up to this area, this resistance area, we'll see some rejection. So again, we need to see something significant happen for this to then change trends, or for us to then get in on an opportunity. So let's see. Where did it go? Here we go. So we want to see either break to the upside or break to the downside. So for us to start looking at long setups, we want to see this 74.65 break, enter on a higher low with those bullish setups. Again, those are the engulfings, the exhaustion, the morning star, the bullish variations. That's what you want to see right in this pocket. And that'd be a really great trade. You target out towards the monthly, and then, reanalyze once you get here because it could continue if it breaks the monthly. And then you got in a really good time. But anyway, let's zoom in and look at the bearish opportunity for a second. I'm going to drop to the 1 hour just because it was close to entry for a short. Okay, so I was looking at this transition happen, right? So we know we're in the upper part of this range here. I was expecting some sort of reversal, especially as this is momentum dying off here. You can see how it's choppy. Like the bears are fighting the bulls. There's a lot of indecision here. It's not really the cleanest of trends. It's not just going off in one direction. So some consolidation here. Then you get into these bigger candles, pulling back through the MAs and such. And then we get this lower high with tons of exhaustion. Let me just get rid of this for a second. Okay, so we got this lower high with tons of exhaustion. I was trying to stay up for this entry. I probably would have entered on this engulfing. I was trying to stay up last night, but it just got too friggin' late. I couldn't stay up for this entry. But because look at all these dojis. It was just indecision after indecision. So anyway, it pushed lower. Then, came back up to test this level once more. And this could be a potential entry in here. So I'm looking to enter on, any bearish setup here. So a nice engulfing. I would like to see an evening star preferably, or at least just tons of exhaustion to then enter on and then, look to target look to target much lower down towards this low here. So this trade particularly is 115 pips, take profit, and we're risking 38 pips. So look at where the stop loss is, outside of these two structure levels, outside the MAs, outside this prior lower high right here. So this is a really great trade. And it's about a 3-0 risk reward. So that's what we're looking at for AJ right now. I'm going to put this out in a premium analysis in like 2 seconds once I finish this. But yeah, this one is looking damn close. I want to see this kind of slow down a little bit. I don't want to see an engulfing of this candle because then that kind of skews the risk. It's like, look, let's say it engulfs this bullish candle, right? Then now my stop loss has to be 20 pips higher. You know, it's not even a 2-0 anymore. So I want to see it kind of consolidate a little bit in here and then give me an engulfing on a smaller bullish candle. All right, I'm going to cover, oh, that was AJ. Let's move on to EJ. All right, first thing, guys, what is it? We go to the daily. Identify trend, sentiment. Very bearish. Bearish as hell. As you can see, this is Corona news. Following Corona news, we had serious consolidation, or ranging rather. The market was kind of taking a breather. And then it broke out of this channel to the upside pretty swiftly. There's some huge volume in there. Let's drop to the 4-hour and see what we can see. All right, yeah, so very strong 4-hour bullish trend, right? Pushed right out of this range, gave us this higher low, and then kind of took off, okay? So we were expecting it. I know I say this every time. We were expecting it to come up a little bit higher. This kind of reversed, 100 pips short of a major level. But it did give us a nice head and shoulders. It broke, and now it's coming back again. And so, like, there's a lot of indecision right here. You know, there's no real conviction saying, oh, that this is going to continue higher, this is going to drop lower. But we're waiting for that conviction to present itself. So right now is an interesting long opportunity potentially, because we got the MA cross. It pushed back through this major level at 1.1245, right? It could test this level as major support, give us some sort of higher low, and then strong bullish setups. You could enter on something like that. If we get strong bullish setups right over here, then we can target towards the monthly, the original projected level. And yeah, so this is pretty good. So this is going to be like an 85 pip stop in hopes to get, we're aiming to get 250 roughly, right around there, about 250. So this would be just about a 3-hour risk reward. Really great trade. But yeah, it just comes down to seeing, the right setups in this area. This does have a certain level of, risk presented here, because this could continue to range. It could just keep bouncing between this level, 1.135, and this level down here, 1.1175. It could just keep bouncing and bouncing like it's been doing pretty much within this pretty large range here. So, I mean, we'll see. We're waiting for setups. We're always entering on confirmation. This would not be, this is about 170 pip range here. If it did reverse here, this actually would be a really great trade. Simply because, we did have a clean break of a lot of, resistance here. And if this did catch a support, I would have confidence in this level that it'll hold and that we could see some, conviction higher, especially after those bullish setups. So, yeah, interesting. Definitely interesting for EU right now. All right, let's keep going. We got EJ and gold. Oof, damn, that was insane. Quick peek at gold. All right, we'll get to that in a second. No worries, guys. No worries. All right, back to EJ. Hugely bearish, right? Hugely bearish. Giant bearish range. Again, I like highlighting this right here because this is like 1,000 pip drop right here. Like 1,400 pips. It's absurd. This is a giant trend. Giant channel. So, all right. Clearly it's bearish, right? We can we can be pretty confident in saying that at the very least, okay? So, hugely bearish channel. We did see it break on this large 4-hour rally. So let's go ahead and drop to the 4-hour. Right, this is that 4-hour bullish trend here. Here's that trend line for the daily bearish channel. It broke it, pushed higher, gave us a huge head and shoulders pattern at this major resistance around 123.5. Right, reversed pretty good there. Similar to EJ, it was a head and shoulders pattern. It broke support. Now it tested as resistance a couple times. Right where this weekly is, and now it's it's giving us another lower high here. Actually, it's giving us a lower high, but again, this is not really like we need to see something happen here. So like, there's actually a level right here. There's a minor level right in here, right about here. So we got some overlaps essentially. So this is kind of a level right here. We want to see, well, let me clean this up for you guys. I want to see either a break to the upside or a break to the downside here, right? So I mean, this is considered, like, this is saying bearish movement is in control, like is more in the market right now than the buyers, because look, we're getting lower high, lower low, lower low. So this is saying more bearish than anything else right now. It has a lot to prove for us to start looking at long opportunities. Let me just fix this. So what needs to happen? So for us to go bearish, we're looking for this. We want to see a break of 119.85. I'm not even going to mess around in this area. I'm not looking for an entry in this little range here. Screw that. I want to see conviction. I want to see a break of something, followed by a retest, and then always our strong bearish setups to then enter on this lower high. This would be textbook. If it did this, this is a great freaking trade. Drop lower, breaks this handle at 119.85, comes back for the retest, enters on a lower high, and you know, strong bearish setups right there. So nice engulfing, nice evening star, any exhaustion, and then this would be a massive, massive trade. Let's go ahead and highlight it and see what this would look like. This would be roughly probably 50 pips to get over 300. Over 300. So this is like a 6-0 risk reward. You can even crank this stop loss up to about a 3-0, about 110 pips, looking to get about a 300. So this would be crazy. Crazy, crazy good trade. So we'll be waiting on this one. It'd be really nice to see this pull back and to get into a trade like this. So what would be the bullish option, right? We want to see a break of this zone right here. I even honestly want to see a break of this zone up here, but this would be the first step of it. If it did break, give us a higher low right in this pocket here. This could potentially be, you know, a long opportunity back up to this major resistance level around 123.5. Okay, so yeah, we're just waiting. Just want to see something. I want to see some confirmations. I want to see, you know, the market kind of set up for a trade rather than just trying predicting it and entering early. Okay, so that's EJ. Yeah, this trade idea is looking really great. All right, so gold, guys. Gold, gold, gold. Look at this thing. Holy crap.
Oh my God.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's go to the daily. First thing we do, sentiment. Bullish as hell. I mean, we know that this. We should all know this by now. Gold bullish as hell. You know, pretty much pushing up higher and higher and higher each month. It's pretty crazy. So major level right here is this monthly. It was key resistance, finally broke, and then it's been holding a support ever since. Let's drop to the 4-hour. Tons of consolidation in this area. We were kind of waiting for this move. We thought this was the original spike here. We thought we were going to go to 1800. Didn't happen. Pulled back. And it actually pulled back all the way down towards this monthly again, and then proved that to still be strong, still be holding, that this is definitely confirmed bullish over anything else. Okay. So this, after the bounce, it pushed higher, it broke this sloping trend line. And then, you know, we're kind of hanging out in this higher area here, right around 120. So this was a key level. I broke above 120 and then showed that, you know, it was holding them. There's a little bit of a pattern here as well. A little bit of a continuation pattern, a bit of a triangle, symmetrical triangle, actually. Ooh, there we go. Now, I highlighted this, I think, a few sessions ago. But anyway, yeah, see, triangle broke to the upside, and then it was gone. Absolutely gone. So there's a couple things we wanted to see in here to then enter on. So we knew we were targeting 1800. We've been calling that for weeks. That's just the next major level up here. But with this, there's a little bit of consolidation here, if you can see it, which is good, which means it's essentially, it's like spring loading price action. Once you see this type of consolidation after a lot of action. You like that, right? I'm going to coin that one.
Holy shit.
Good, right? So like you see price action kind of bouncing between 1720 and 1730. See how tight this range is when the normal volume is very, very high. So yeah, again, it's like kind of coiling up price action, then boom, it breaks. You get this bullish variation right here. Let me highlight it for you guys. Yeah, I like that term, spring loading price action. Good one.
It's been hitting the range or something.
Yeah. So look, there's this bullish here. It is. So there's a nice morning star, tons of exhaustion at the bottom of this like little range here, 1720, and then we get the bullish variation to the upside. What is this one? 3 white soldiers, and it finally breaks 1730 and then takes off. So that would have been your entry, and that would have been tons of confirmations, break of the pattern, setups, MA cross, another setup down here. It just made sense. This trade made a lot of sense. And then it took off, went much, much higher. We shot up to our high at around 1780. Now it's pulling back. That's fine. Nothing in my mind says that this is going to drop back down, really. I think it's just normal price action right now. But be aware there is a level right here, right around like 1760. So we could see a reversal from that or some sort of bounce from this area. Let's see. That was a fib. It did hit 38.2 technically. Get rid of the fibs for now. It technically hit 38.2 here. So, oh no, I'm sorry, it was here. So let's just figure out where we're at now. The upside, yeah. So we're at 38.2. It's hitting 38.2, right? 61.8 is down here. It could retrace to here. Anywhere in here, if it bounces, could be an entry opportunity. Okay, if it breaks it, then we're looking like it's going to come back down to a major structure level. So watch, I'll just highlight this real quick. 2 quick examples. This line right here that I'm drawing is the continuation trade path. If we see a bounce from 61.8 and some bullish setups, MA cross again, this is a continuation. This is showing that the trend is very strong, that this is an entry opportunity, and then we'll target up to 1800 all day long. If this happens, this is hinting at a transition, that this bullish run could be over or could be coming back to form a deeper level of structure. So if you break this major support and you get a lower high, you don't want to be in this trade. You're leaving a lot of profit on the table. It already retraced a couple hundred pips, so you just want to be aware. You want to minimize your loss, okay? So yeah, this second trade path down here, this is more bearish then once it gets below this level. Okay, so that's gold. Pretty freaking crazy. Again, we've been calling this trade for what seems like forever, 1800. But quick recap, I covered DXY. Yeah, look at this thing, it's skyrocketing. DXY.
Yeah, DXY is taking off.
I covered DXY, covered AU, covered AJ, which is dumping right now. Covered EU, EJ, and gold. All right, I'm going to pass it off to Angelo, and he'll get into some of the majors.
Nice. I'm going to go ahead and share up. For everybody in here, we are going to do a giveaway today. So we're going to do a giveaway. If you guys want to enter, you got to be in the Discord chat. Let me see. Let me share up. Desktop 2. So if you guys want to enter, you got to be in the Discord chat. All you got to do is post your Discord name in the chat, in the Zoom chat, and that'll enter you in the giveaway. We're going to do $25 to the winner. So you guys obviously came out to support us on the live session. So definitely be sure to enter it on that. Let's start off on UCAD and GU. Let's bump up. Everything is in some crazy positions right now. We gotta, we're trying to be as patient as possible. I saw a tweet today, and it was like talking about, the winning is in the patience and everything like that. I know there's people in signals that want signals every single day, and I think what we all need to realize is that signals are meant for you to make money, and they're also meant for you to understand, at least our signals are meant for you to understand how to actually manage your account. You know what I'm saying? If I would lie to you if I said that me and Nick, at least based on our strategy, that we're taking 10 trades a day and that that's our style. It's really not. Me and Nick like to wait for our trades. We like to wait for, the confirmation. And when it's there, we execute and we do it without a worry. We do it with no worry in the world, and then we just wait. So for you guys that want to have like 100 opportunities to trade, it's not the answer, guys. It's not the answer. You don't need to win 10 trades a day to make 10% on your account in a month. You could take one trade in the month and end the month 10%. And if you're funded or you have, a larger account, 10% is enough for you to realistically live off of, you know what I'm saying, more than,
10% is insane.
which is above and beyond the job. So you need to stop advertising. You know, you need to flip your $200 accounts by 1,000,000%. You know, stop all that bullshit. You guys should focus on how to wait for your best trade opportunities. And while you're patiently waiting for those, you need to know when to pull the trigger. And you just pull the trigger when you do, and there's no emotion involved. It's all tested, it's all planned out, and that's it. That's what me and Nick do. That's why when people are in the chat, like, where are the signals, where are this, we don't fret. We're just waiting. We're just waiting. We're just
Waiting for a good opportunity for you.
yeah, like we're just waiting. And if you just if you just wait with us, then we could all have fun. We can all have a good time. You know, we just wait and we put out the trade, and you take the trade, and we all have a good time. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. We got me and Nick giving signals in there, and somebody else. So we're all trying our best to get at least one a day, like, you know, rotating, everyone giving different signals. So again, the point of our signal room is the reality of trading. If I were you guys and you're beginners, start with $200, learn how to trade, go for the funded account. That's it.
100%. That's advice right there.
Yeah, that's the advice of the century. Don't think you need to flip your $200 account. Instead, make 1% on that $200 account. That's like literally like $1. Like, make $2 on that account. Prove that you can make $10 in the month on that $200 account, and you are literally better off than every single person posting on Instagram that they've won one trade and that they're up $100 on a $200 account, because they lose that money next week, but they don't show you. They're just crying in the room. So
no, I've seen it. It's not pretty, guys. It's not pretty.
No. So we're just trying to be as real as possible and just give you guys the lowdown, because I've gone through stages where I was doing that shit, and now that I've came on the other side of things,
it's better over here.
It's a little more peaceful. You know, you sleep better at night, for sure. I remember at times you're sweating in your sleep. You're not doing that.
Holding a trade a little too long.
It's very unhealthy.
Yeah, guys, it's all about the approach. You know, it's all in the approach.
We promote good sleep at Forex League. That's our slogan. We want to sleep well and trade better.
Yes. Sleep well, trade better. I like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In demo one trade, I came late. Yeah, I'm about to get in. We're about to get into all of my pairs right now. So yeah, if you guys want to enter the giveaway, just post in the chat. Just post your name, and you guys can enter. It's $25. You know, $25 can change your life if you eat the right meal. So let's
Wow, that's a good book name or something. Something like that.
Yeah.
One meal can change your life.
You never know. You meet me or Nick at that meal. So no.
This is true.
Very true. All right, so let's get back into the charts. Took like a little 5-minute break there. Yeah, Carl, hell yeah, hopping on. We appreciate the support, bro. We try to keep it as real as possible. We don't get too into. We could start in these live sessions to get more into like just kind of off the script, little podcast style, you know, talk. We could do that. We could split it up like in the middle of it a little bit. I think people would appreciate that. We normally try to just stick to the charts because that's what most people come on for, and you know, people have limited time. But I'm gonna get back into it. Create a blown account. Yeah, we can get into that. That's not a good thing. So on this monthly time frame, pretty much, you know, look at most recent candle. We are getting a ton of exhaustion from this level. A lot of buyers are coming in right from this daily level that we placed down here. We're at this monthly level, key level. You know, could we, 6 days left in the month, you know what I'm saying? 6 days left. Could we close and head higher? Potentially. Let's go down to the weekly and check out what's going on here. You know, down to the weekly time frame, we are bullish in the sense that the trend is bullish. We made this high. Now we're at this pullback. We found a ton of volume off of this previous level. This was rejected 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And then as you can see here, there was so many buyers here that this thing gapped up. Freaking this thing gapped up 120 pips. So this is a huge level here that it just hit again and found a lot of buyers at. Now we can continue to go down time frames. Daily time frame obviously is bearish. So we got to take note of that. Monthly is bullish, weekly is bullish, daily time frame is bearish. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't exactly mean that we're just selling right now though, because all the momentum is in the favor of the bulls right now. So I'm more just looking for reasons to buy. I know, like, we put out a little short opportunity yesterday. I'm switching up. I'm looking for reasons to buy right now. We're below this monthly level. We just need to look at structure, guys. We need to look at this 1 hour. As of right now, this 1 hour just broke bullish. We just broke this level. And I'm going to drop this in the premium analysis. I'm going to wait whether to enter on this or not. But I'm going to drop this in the premium analysis. Right now, what we're pretty much waiting for is we are waiting for a pullback to this level, and we need some sort of higher low to be made, and then we are going to look to long. So UCAD is high on the watch list right now. We're going to wait and see what happens with this. Let's pop over to GU. Let's head up to the weekly time frame. Some of the monthly. So monthly time frame on GU, where's overall momentum? Overall momentum is selling. We've been selling off, and this month we're getting a lot of rejection off this level. Red over blue, moving averages. Weekly time frame, we've been selling off again. We formed this low, broke this level of support, formed this low. Now we made this lower high, retested this low. Now we're in this area. This is where we got to really focus. We came off of this monthly level of resistance pretty hard. Now we're pulling back. I'm going to hit the 4 hour. The 4 hour is really where I'm looking to make decisions on GU right now. 4 hour is trending bearish. We have this low, lower high, low. We just pulled back. We need to make another lower high similar to this right here. That's what we're waiting for. If I were to go back and I'll do this on live sessions, I'll do this from time to time. If I were to go back, highlight this area, go to the 30-minute, I would say, where does the 30-minute break structure? That would be right here. Where is our first entry? That would be right here. Boom. First entry would be there. If we wanted to wait because this exhaustion, next entry would be right there. And then obviously this thing continued to retest. We'll actually just play this forward. I'm going to come on to here. So obviously, this was our little entry that we highlighted. We came back, found some resistance, and then inevitably this thing fell out, pretty aggressively. I'm pretty sure we gave this analysis out. I had taken this trade last week, but we gave this analysis out. We're looking for something similar now, guys. We're looking for something similar now. 30-minute time frame, very similar to right here. We just had the break right there, retest. First entry was right there. Now we're looking to see how price is going to probably consolidate. It's going to probably take some time. Look at this trade, how much time this took to play out. But this was a massive monster trade. This took a whole day. So we just entered. So if you guys are scared right now, you guys got to freaking get with the program here, because we got to freaking put on our big boy pants. And this thing could potentially take like a day to materialize. This could take a bunch more candles, because it's not about this 30-minute time frame. We're trying to continue this 4-hour move, and this 4-hour move could take, like it did here, up to 6 candles to continue to push downward. And 6 times 4, you guys do the math, freaking 24 is a whole day. So we'll see what goes on over the next day or so. With this, we're going to be patient with GU. Again, entries pretty much are right here. So if you guys are interested in entering, you guys could potentially enter right now. Let's go to USEF. Let's go to the weekly time frame. So USEF, I am, it's pretty interesting right now with USEF. I'm looking at it like this. The monthly, obviously momentum's bearish. This doji in March for coronavirus went crazy. down to the weekly time frame, we are bearish in the sense that we made this low, made this lower high, retested this low. As I'm looking at price right now, this is a telltale sign for me that we're most likely going to pull back here. Doji, or not Doji, large wick, Doji. Now we're just fell a little bit more to fake us out. I really think we're going to pull back. This looks like it could potentially double bottom right now at this level. As I come down to the 4-hour, where am I going to start to enter trades on this? I'm going to wait. Let me just clear this up a little bit here. 4-hour is obviously bearish. We go over structure on this time frame many times. 4-hour really is bearish until this breaks right here. So we really need to break above there to safely, take this trade. This is what we really need to happen. We need to break above, and then we need to retest at long. If we're trying to be more aggressive, our entry could come as we break above this weekly level, and I would be all the way down to 30-minute. Look at the 30-minute right now. 30-minute just broke structure. Ideally, if 30-minute continues to form higher highs and higher lows, then I would get in on an entry here. So that's USEF. Waiting to go long on that right now. NU is one that we are going to look to get in on as soon as we possibly can. Weekly time frame is finally materializing a little bit for us. We were talking about structure on the weekly, low, lower high, lower low, potential lower high now. Go down to the daily. We're hugging this monthly support level, which gave us some problems, but now it's beating the shit out of it. So we'll see what we can get out of this, down to the 4-hour time frame. We broke. So let's look at some 4-hour structure real quick, guys. Let's look at 4-hour structure. This thing had a little bit of a fake out for us, but it's still respecting it pretty well. Once this broke, Miss Gold, can you repeat? We can, you can just watch the replay, bro. You can watch the replay. I believe your name's Petter. You can watch the replay after this. I'll post it on YouTube, and you can check that out because Nick went over gold just before. So this is 4-hour. Once this broke, we retested right here to form this lower high, and I can drag this across. Boom, we came up, a little bit of a fake out here, and obviously now we're respecting this level pretty nicely. So I'm looking for an entry on this as soon as possible. I'm going down to the 1-hour. 1-hour just broke structure, but we just had this bullish engulfing right here. So I am expecting a pullback. So we're looking for, and I just posted this, I believe, in the premium analysis. We're looking for that pullback. This is looking fire. This is looking amazing. This is beautiful. This is everything I want to see out of there. So as this pulls back, I will look for entry in this area, and then we'll get short on this. So updates to come. I'm going to bump this up, higher time frame analysis on NU. Boom. Let's go over to UJ. Let's go to the weekly time frame. On UJ on the weekly time frame, we were taking some shorts earlier in the week, over the weekend. We never hold over the weekend. We will never do that again because it's just not worth it unless we're in a considerable amount of profit. Now, let's go down to the daily time frame. Let's just look at structure right now. Pretty much on the daily time frame, we had this high form, this lower high, retested this lower high. So overall, we are in a downtrend, but we're finding support again at this level. What could potentially happen here? We could end up getting bullish, right? Very similar to this. This looks very similar right now. This 4-hour headed downward right into this level. I'm going to actually just ghost this out. This could be what goes down right now with UJ. Is we could find support right there, and pretty much we would need for this to break before we long. That would need to break. I'm going to just delete, clear up this chart a little bit. Boom. That's what needs to break for us to long. For us to get short on this, we need to break below this, really this wick, this monthly our weekly level support, and then we can get short on this. So UJ, I'm looking for us to potentially pull back. I'm going to sit on the higher time frame with that. And then GJ, let's start off on the weekly time frame with GJ. Overall, obviously very bearish. We broke this low, made this lower low, retested, made this lower high right there. And as you'll notice at all of these lower highs, like I like to just highlight pretty much just price action, like some candlestick variations. Here are some like bearish engulfings. And I like to leave those on, and I'll go back, break those down, because we're always looking for the next lower high. Obviously, right now, we just, hit a level of resistance, hit daily resistance, and then we went, bearish pretty significantly. Overall, the momentum on the weekly is bearish, monthly is bearish, daily time frame obviously broke bullish, right now. But I need to, with it in mind that the, weekly and monthly are bearish, I need to kind of get with the program there. At this 4-hour time frame, this is kind of how I see things. We were waiting on that pullback earlier this week. Pretty much I just have my 4-hour fibs on here, high to low. We're waiting for that first pullback, which is kind of going on right now. And where would I look to enter now, guys? I need 30-minute structure to break. And ideally, that is this level right here. That would be a nice 4-hour engulfing through the moving averages right there. You know what I'm saying? So we need to wait for that to break. That'll bring us back to this level of support. And then it's gonna be a crazy, crazy time once that happens. So that's GJ. I'm gonna update GJ in the free group, and I'm gonna update GJ in the free group and UJ in the free group. And then these are all for the premium members. So those are all the analysis that I have for you guys for today. Went through it pretty quickly, but basically, UCAD, GU, we're watching very closely, looking for potential trades. USEF, we're waiting for this 4-hour level to break, but on 30-minute, we do have a break of structure. We could potentially get long. We just need to go a little bit higher. NU, I'm going to move this up. So NU, I'm looking to get into a position where we need to pull back first before that happens. If this just continues to fall off right now, then that's fine. It is what it is, and I don't have an entry opportunity. And then UJ and GJ, obviously, we just went over. So I'm going to, like always, I'll update in the premium analysis for you, for the members, for the paid. For the free guys, look out for analysis in here. Me and Nick will post our updates in here for higher time frames and in the Telegram. Let me unmute Nick right now. Boom. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to post it in the chat. Pretty much that is going to be like our live session for today. We went over quite a bit. Everything is getting ready. Like everything is really near entries and everything. So we're just really getting ready to trade right now. Obviously that GU trade is really, really where it needs to be to enter.
Yep.
So yeah.
And, yeah, like I'm looking at AJ too. Very, very close to entry. A couple confirmations away from an execution. So again, guys, this is recorded for those of you who missed. I know somebody said they missed gold or some earlier pairs. This will be recorded. This will be put on YouTube for you guys to review. All right. So yeah, that's our Wednesday live trading session, and we'll do the same thing tomorrow. We'll be here at 9 a.m. and yeah, we'll do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the giveaway in a second. So if you guys want to enter in the giveaway, just post in the chat pretty much right now. And then obviously we've been going over this the last couple days. We currently do have a sale going on for our full course membership. I'm just gonna bring it on the screen right now. So normally it's $4.99. Right now it's $2.99. There's only 4 spots left now. Everything that's included is in here, and I'm just gonna bring up, really quickly our course. I just want to run through everything that you guys that are interested, real quick. Pretty much how it's going to work. If you're beginners, you guys can get into the course. It's a good starting point, even if you're beginners. If you're experienced, that's fine as well. There's more advanced lessons that you guys can get to, but we do advise for you to just start from the beginning always. Pretty much how it's broken down is a 6-week structure right here that you're going to go through, including the webinars. And again, everything is included. 50 plus videos are in here. We're going to walk you through our technical analysis, how we do our strategy. Every single live session, we pretty much go over it, but this is obviously going to be a little bit more in depth. You guys will get our full trading plan, detail that right here. 35 plus page trading plan, obviously 50 plus videos. And then this is something that people don't realize is that with the signals, you're actually going to get a whole other course. So I just want to highlight that for you guys. If you guys get the full course membership, it does come with signals. And in that, we're going to teach you how we do our top-down analysis. We also go over fundamentals, so 10 lessons about fundamentals. And then obviously, you're going to get access to all these premium chats that are in here. So again, 40% off right now, only 4 spots left. So if you guys want to get in and get access to everything pictured here that's included, just shoot us a message after this chat to lock up a spot. We will see you guys tomorrow again at 9 a.m. for the next session, and look out for any updates in the chat.
So you guys enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.